Good evening, everybody. Welcome on into the stream. Hello, hello. I'm Sean. Welcome back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. It's day 18 inside the Big Brother house. Now, inside MLB 11, the show, it is April 18th, and we have 4 more games of action, including a series that we're going to double up on because, you know, clickbaity. That is the Yankees and the Red Sox. But first, we're going to go to Milwaukee to watch the Cubs play the Brewers. And then we'll head to Boston for the Red Sox and Yankees. We'll go to the Midwest, or I guess South, whatever. We're going to... Where do the Rangers play? Shoot. We're going to Texas. Rangers, Angels, and then we'll head out to Los Angeles for Dodgers, Rockies. New baseball every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So subscribe if you'd like more. Stream this 5 times a week. And we have the new season debuting, or series debuting, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is a great reminder that I need to edit that video. Let's go here, and let's do this. Jump into the schedule. View today's games. Cubs and the Brewers, 2 5-9 teams. It'll be interesting to see what kind of series we start dropping off of. Boy, these are some bad teams. 6th and 7th in pitching, but 25th or lower in every other category on both sides. I did not realize how bad that was. We have a righty and a lefty facing off today. Chris Capuano? And Jake Westbrook. A 13.5 ERA. Yeesh. 12 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And we'll try to reiterate those stats later. Hope everybody had a good day. Happy Friday. As we load in. Welcome to Miller Park in Milwaukee, as the Cubs and Brewers, both 5-9, duke it out in game 3, presumably, of this series. I guess I could look and sometimes get a little more information, but it's another season. Stream just started for me, as you were already announcing the pitchers. Uh-oh. Did it goof me? Okay, that's not great. Michael Bourne. Jason Bourne's brother. Wait, you're not supposed to know that. Martin Prado in left field. Bourne. The center fielder. Left fielder Martin Prado. Shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Right fielder J.D. Drew. Catcher Josh Thole. Derek Barton at first base. Argenius Diaz at designated hitter. Alberto Calespo at third. Second base is Ricky Weeks. Let me hop in here real quick. Jake Westbrook has that 13.50 ERA that we discussed, 0-2 record. 4.2 innings in 2 games, 12 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. As I'm going to pull up my own stream. Hold on, I gotta mute this. Mute. Do I need to give it more lead up time? Huh. Weird. Alright, welcome in as the righty. Gets a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Hello. Good day. It sounded kind of aggressive. Let me try that again. We'll take boy, goodness gracious. We're going to have a little more caffeine, and then we're going to start talking. Hello. There we go. That'll settle us down. A little caffeine. Will you calm down, have another cup of coffee? 3 pretty good-looking pitches there, and that's able to get the strikeout against the leadoff batter for Chicago, whose name I missed while I was trying to figure out the whole stream thing. Righty winds. He fires, and that one misses low for a ball. 1-0. There might be a couple of shorts popping over the weekend. I think I'm gonna end this stream when it's done, and I'm gonna get into the editing bay. That'll be fun. There's a strike. Ian. 0-1. Or 1-1, excuse me. Got a new puppy. Oh my goodness. Looks like a teddy bear. That is popped up to the first base foul side. That's an easy catch. And out number 2. We saw a number of outs in foul territory yesterday. Hard to believe a real living being. It's a real living being when I watch it move around. Huh. Well, congrats on the new puppy. That's exciting. Yeah, it gets past the third baseman. That hit's dedicated to your new puppy. Third baseman dove for it, but the ball gets into left field. That's a 2-out single for the Cubs, who at this time had not broken the curse. J.D. Drew stepping in, 474 average, couple of home runs, 7 RBI on the season. Pitcher winds and fires outside, misses for a ball. Fires over to first base. Still have not seen... It's not the most consistent thing, thankfully, but we still have not seen a throw out. Is that what would it be? What's it qualified as? It's an out, obviously. What type of out is it? Well, we haven't seen one. Nobody's been able to catch a runner at first base. Too late to dive back. We have seen 2 ejections. It's two ejections to 0 throw over outs. Pickoff. Thank you. Thank you. I knew there was a term for it, and my brain just could not come up with it. I was stuck in the T's, and it's in the P section. The P section of my brain. You ever listen to commentators during regular sports games and go, "What are you talking about?" That's me when I listen to myself all day. What? Why are you saying words? Ooh, they got really aggressive on the 3-1 count, and that is an out. Nice play by the first baseman. If that gets by him, it's easily first and third. But I'd be curious to see, because they assumedly would really only throw over to first base when it would be a danger of a steal/speed. Do you push that to home? I don't know. We'll never know, because then it doesn't matter. Brian Roberts will lead off for the Milwaukee Brewers. He plays second. David Freese is over at third. Jason Kubel in right. Luke Scott at first. Luis Valbuena at shortstop. Vernon Wells in left. Ryan Hannigan, the catcher. Angel Sanchez, the designated hitter. And Niger Morgan in center field. Starting pitcher is Chris Capuano. 3.60 ERA with a 1-1 record in 2 games, 5 innings with 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Favorite announcer moment for NFL games. He used to be the tight end, but now he's a wide receiver. Good. God. Oh my God. Brian Roberts going to lead off here. A 174 average, definitely want that leadoff hitter batting much better than that. But I think we are starting to get into that part of this. I don't know that this game cares about that. I keep thinking about, like, the more modern style of baseball. Not that this is ancient by any means, but the more modern, like, we're trying to play the matchups. And if you put a lefty on, we're going to throw... If you're going to put a lefty on the mound, we're going to throw a lot of righties at you. So my brain, there's a bunt up the third base line, rolls foul. So my thought process is like, okay, well, they're putting in the righty. He doesn't have a ton of at-bats, so that's why the average is so low. Because maybe he's not very good against righties, but then you think, like, I don't think this game gives a crap about that. Swung on and missed. That is strike number 3, and that will do it for him. David Freese stepping in. A 313 average. Mariners almost got burned in yesterday's game with Tigers as the lefty winds and fires. Someone's outside and low. Because they had the Tigers brought in a lefty pitcher and they had like 3 or 4 lefties in a row. 1-0. Pitcher goes inside, gets that bottom part of the zone. Evens things up at 1-1 with that strike. That is hit well out to right, but not deep enough. Gets a decent piece of contact on it, but finds the glove of the right fielder, and that is out number 2. Man, look at those high-quality graphics in the back. And the power of the PlayStation 2, baby, you can see every pixel. Not in a positive way. So the lefty will face a lefty here with 2 away. Tries to work that outside corner and gets it for strike 1. Lefty's ready. Set up in the same spot. Tries to go right back to it. Just misses. Good job by the batter. It was a great pitch and a good job to hold. It was one of those pitches you see where both people kind of executed what they were trying to do. Threw a pitch in an enticing spot. The batter thought he saw it and did a good job to adjust. Hard to be bad at either side there. 2-1 after that pitch missed inside. That pitch, ooh, gets the inside part of the zone. Wasn't super sure about that. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. That will retire the side. And we'll head to the top of the second. Still tied at 0. 1 hit for the Cubs, and Milwaukee can't do anything. Josh Tolley steps up. Righty fires, and that one sails outside. Ball 1. That's inside for ball 2. Gets a strike at the bottom of the zone. Looked like the catcher was set up a little bit lower. Two and one. Looking to work inside again. Gets him to roll over, and a nice stretch by the pitcher to pick that one up. That's one of those funky animations where it feels like such a 50-50 dice roll of, are we going to get... Is the pitcher going to make a play? Is it somehow going to get past him? That time the pitcher makes the play, and it's one gone. Shakes off his catcher as he gets ready to wind and fire. That's in for a strike. He's been successfully missing his spots. That one misses downstairs. Good patience from this lefty batter. See which team can pick up their 6th win of the day, or of the season, of the day. It's game number 1. Here comes the 2-1. Catcher sets up outside, and it sails high. Boy, you'd think that where the catcher sets up would be like where the ball might go, and it just isn't like at all. 3-1. We'll see if the lefty gets aggressive. The computer loves a 3-1 count for the batter. Winds and fires. That one's low. So again, hey, good patience. I don't know that he took the bat off his shoulder on that one. So Diaz steps in. He has no average. A runner on and one gone. That is, past the diving. The shortstop there took a really funky dive. He dove towards, like at a 45-degree angle towards first and the pitcher, and just right over it. Here's our guy, Cayaspo, whose name I'm sure I pronounced flawlessly in the lineups. That one is going to be lifted out to left. Both runners will retreat. It's only out number 2. But that is not what you want to see with a runner in scoring position, just under it. And just too easy of a play for Wells. Ricky Weeks. An opportunity here for Chicago, who has worked a walk and gotten a hit in the top of the second. Good eye there to take that one low for ball 1. That is hit by foul. He's going to have a hard time getting past that third baseman. It might have actually been, the third baseman might have been in a better position to just try to run to third and get the force out than throwing over to first. But it rolled foul and gives the Cubs another opportunity. Looks at a ball inside. Makes the count 2-1. Righty pitcher ready. Fires that one, hit kind of similarly to the last piece of contact he made, and same result, goes foul up the third base line. Count now 2-2. That is foul up the first base line. Changes it up on us a little bit. Gives us something to look different to look at. That's exciting. Oh, he went. He is going to get the strikeout. No, he held back. He held back. I apologize. I thought because I didn't see the dot going up to first base. It's ball 3. The pitch gets away. And now 2 runners in scoring position. Here's a payoff pitch. That's hit foul up the third base line. It's really difficult to tell if they swing or don't swing. Feels like such a crapshoot when they appeal down to first or third base. Another payoff pitch. That one's outside. And the Brewers in some trouble here in the top of the second. They don't need much. They just need it out. They can get out of this jam fairly easy. The Cubs on the other side didn't give themselves enough wiggle room with these bases loaded. That is foul. Just looking for a little flare shot, get a little air under it, put it into the grass of the outfield, score 1, probably 2. It's a good take inside for ball 1. Pitcher is going to... Oh my goodness, it's that throw behind the back. He didn't really know where to go. Had to do some calculations, does throw it over to first. So a brutal animation for Chicago. It was going to be really tough to get that, to get a run in and be safe. But the way that that was rolling seemed like it was slow enough to maybe be able to beat it out. They strand the bases loaded. And it's still 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. That's a headphones off, controller on the floor, I'm yelling in the corner moment. Because that happens a lot for us. for me and MLB The Show, the more recent ones, where it's just like, now we get the runners on. We get the runners on with 2 outs. Of course, I think they... No, they had the 2 on with 1 out and then the really bad pop-up. So maybe it's not... Actually, it'd still be more frustrating. So 1-1 here. It's a pretty good swing on it, but fouls up the third base line. That one sails outside. Good eye. Kind of liked the pitch. Worked him inside. Then threw it outside. Working west to east there. Here comes the 2-2. Setting up outside again. That one gets the corner. An absolutely beautiful location right there. Just absolutely dotted. And that is a strikeout. So another lefty bat here for Milwaukee. That one's low. Pitcher winds and fires. That one outside. 2-0. Good eye. So that one just kept going out. Probably it started outside, and by the time it finishes, you know that it's going to be further off the plate. Or whatever he says. And they're going to try another bunt. That one's foul up the third base line. Big ol' swing and a miss on the 2-1. Makes it 2-2. Be sure to check out the grandstand for all your snack needs. Ball 3 is brought to you by the grandstand. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he gives up the walk. Just misses that outside part. Vernon Wells. He's driven in 3 already. And a pretty decent looking average. A lot of swinging that stick before he sets up and fires it foul up the first base line. Oh, I missed my clapping. Darn it. That is going to be dumped into left field. Lead runner holds at second, and it's 2 on with just an out. Similarly to how the Cubs started their bases loaded situation. It was a walk and then a single. Then it was a kind of ugly pop out. That's in for a strike. Then it was a wild pitch. Then it was that advanced the runners. Then it was a walk. That one hit. Ooh, boy. Runners almost strayed too far from the bags there, and they do dive back in time. Sanchez steps in. Make sure everything feels comfortable in the right spots. And that is hit well but foul. Into the second deck. This would be a huge spot to come up with a run as that pitch sails inside for a ball. Bottom second in just a 3-inning game. 2 outs. Are you using the video clip from last night as the screenshot? That is foul up the first base line. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. That's outside. I was going to pull, there are two clips that I was going to pull from yesterday's stream. It was going to be the ball that went through the glove, and then the missed call on the safe call that should have been an out. Those are just going to go up as little YouTube shorts. That one sails high. Okay, full count. Boy, these innings are eerily similar. How programmed is this? There hasn't been the pass ball. I guess that's... They put the runners in motion. That pitch misses, so he walks the bases loaded. YouTube has... Oh, shoot. Can I not fix it? Oh, shoot. Thank you. I see what you're saying. I thought I fixed it. I appreciate you letting me know. That is hit out to left. He's not going to get it. That's going to drive in run. One run. 2 runs. They're going to hold the runner at third. And that is an exciting way for the second inning to continue. As the walks come around and hurt, it's been pointed out in the chat before that the walks are extra devastating in a 3-inning game, and you see why right there. Two out, 2-run, 2-out damage. Lefty readies and fires. That's not a good spot for the pitcher, but must have fooled the batter. He's going to want that one back, to borrow another phrase from MLB The Show 25. That one misses low. I like that. I like that take. I know that sometimes when I miss a pitch, and obviously I'm a professional hitter, but sometimes when you see a pitch that comes in that's very hittable and you miss it, I can get a little too aggressive on that next one. Maybe a little too passive. It's like I'm controlling. Just kidding. They scored 2 runs and worked a couple of walks. That's not me at all. That pitch is outside 2-2. He has not taken the bat off of his shoulders. A couple of good takes there. One pitch he definitely wants back, and one that may be a little too passive. But let's grade him on every single pitch. Here comes the 2-2. Swings and fouls it away. We will rock you. That pitch is outside for ball 3. Another full count here. Will he walk the bases loaded again? Oh, this is going to go out to right fielder. Has a good beat on it and puts him away, but not before. The Brewers knock in 2 runs with 2 outs. Prado, Tulowitzki, and Drew coming up last chance for the Chicago Cubs. Though the Milwaukee pitching has been a little shaky as well. Chicago wasn't able to come up with the hit. Martin Prado. Ready winds. That catcher just absolutely missed that one. That pitch misses low for ball 2. You get a 2-run lead. I think you can be a little more aggressive in the strike zone. First pitch just kind of looked bad. Or maybe the catcher made it look worse by absolutely whiffing on it. That one's right down the middle. Some weak contact over to the right, to the first baseman, excuse me, and that is out number 1. Troy Tulowitzki's 1 for 1 with a single. As he looks to keep this inning moving. Or the line moving. That's, wow, okay. Just kind of a generous strike call there on the inside corner. Misses that outside. Count now 1-1. One away here in the top of the third. Cubs looking to stay alive. Wonder if either of these teams will be in contention as we work our way through the rest of this season. It's a 6-team NL Central, which is something that I need to remind myself of pretty consistently. That one's inside for a ball. Fill up the count? No, 3-1. Would not be surprised to see a big swing here. He does get the swing off. It's a nice dump into left field. Don't love that I said that. Looked like the ball absolutely got past the hand, but the power of magic brings it back, and he fires it into second. It's a leadoff, or a one-out double, excuse me. J.D. Drew, one big swing away from tying this game up. That's in for a strike. Oh, and 1. Ooh, big swing on that pitch. Looked good, but couldn't find it. 0-2. Righty fires. This one's popped up third base side. Out number 2. That's a brutal. That's a couple really bad out number 2s with runners in scoring position for the Chicago Cubs. That one's hit foul. Pitcher readies the 0-1, fires. That one misses. The runners typically do not try to advance when the ball goes towards the third base line. I'll go out to talk to the pitcher. Hey, stop throwing garbage. We're literally one out from getting a win here. That is hit out to center field. Center fielder comes up with it, holds him to a single. The run scores. Now 2-1 with 2 gone here. Nice job to go out there and get it on the outside part of the plate. Okay, it is Derek. So the lefty steps in, opportunity to take the lead. A good hit can tie it. Righty winds and fires well outside for ball 1. There's no chance you put the runner in motion here. That's a ball outside. Thought about swinging, but holds it back. It's 1-1. Or 2-0, excuse me. Jeez Louise. Sean, hello? That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Here comes the 2-1. It is hit well out to left center. It is going. It is caught by the left fielder. That will be the game. It's 2-1 your final. And Brewers over the Cubs. Did a good job to give it a ride. I thought maybe that would split the gap. And even, I mean, we've watched a lot of games, and just because you see the runner with the arm out like this does not mean they're going to catch it. This time he comes up with it, and the Brewers pick up their 6th win of the season. They're now 6-9. I guess you can't show violence against the walls in E-rated games. Player of the game is Nyjer Morgan, 1-for-1 with a double, knocked in the 2 runs. And that will do it. Jake Westbrook improves to 1-2. Chris Capuano falls to 1-2. So Milwaukee takes the series 2-1. Not much better. Weird. The average was lower, but the Cubs had more at-bats and more hits and more home runs and more RBI and more steals, but it still lost the series. All right. Let's move on. Oh, we got to catch up on scores. The Twins, they pick up win number 7 on the season, dropping Cleveland to 9-7. A 2-0 victory there. Phillies over the Marlins as they continue to roll 13-3 far. Not as far because the Diamondbacks have 10 wins as well. But they are looking really good through their first 16 at 13-3. 3-2 over the Marlins, who are 8-8. The Braves, they win over the Nationals 3-1. Diamondbacks over the Mets 3-0. You wonder if the Mets' hot streak has kind of come to an end. Like I keep mentioning, they started 0-6. They got to 6, and I think they lost yesterday as well. They started 0-6. They are 6-4 in their last 10, but it seemed to level out a little bit. They've been a little colder, so oh well. Royals, they are now 10-5 after a 4-0 win over the White Sox. Astros take out the Pirates to pick up their 10th win of the season, 3-1. And we just watched the Brewers win. We are going to move down to the... Shoot, where was I? Where are we going? We're going to Texas. No, we're going to Boston. There we go. Yankees Red Sox. Okay. These two teams looking pretty good, pretty close to each other. Though the Red Sox are a lot closer to like a Cubs and Brewers with just how those ratings look. I mean, I guess you could say that the Phillies' record is far and away the best. They'd be 3 games up on the next closest. Maybe not. I don't know. That sounds like it's more dramatic. It sounds like there's a bigger gap. Like if I told you far and away the best record, and then I told you, oh, it's just 3 games. The Yankees are 7-7. The Red Sox are 8-7. So we see the most famous rivalry in baseball heat up once again. This is the second time we've watched this series. I think the third time we watched this game. Because, you know, sometimes your guy just needs a little bit of clickbait, you know? Oh, we can skip that. Brandon Phillips at second base is going to lead off for the Yankees, followed by Marlon Byrd in center. First baseman, Prince Fielder. Hank Blaylock, your designated hitter. Left fielder is Jason Bay. Miguel Tejada is at shortstop. Cody Ross in right field. Scott Posidnik. Nope, that's not right. It's a name. Scott, if I don't look at it, maybe I can figure it out. Giovanni Soto's your catcher. Scott. I'm thinking about it too much. I'm overthinking about it. I gotta just say it, you know? Just go. Scott Posidnik. That's not right. Kevin Millwood, 2-1 with a 1.80 ERA, looking good through his first 3 games. 10 innings, 12 hits, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts so far this season. Going to be really interested to see how those stats pile up throughout the season. And a game that just does not have the logic that I require. Brandon Phillips, he's batting .400. Has a home run, a stolen base, and 2 RBI. Imagine leadoff hitters don't get a ton of opportunities with runners in scoring position. So you like what that average is doing, and I think you just kind of take, hey, 2 RBI, that's fine. We care about how many runs he's probably picking up rather than that, but we don't get to see that stat. Stolen bases, I guess, could be really good. Because if you have someone like, who was it for Seattle yesterday? I can see Brett Gardner. He has 6 steals now. That's a number you can work with. As this is cracked out to right center field. It's off the bullpen wall, and he'll strut into second with a leadoff double. We'll talk about whatever. Thought I hit it harder. Marlon Byrd. Fenway's a tricky stadium. Fenway and Houston, because of their kind of shorter left fields, can be a little tricky to play in for me, as this one is going to go out that way. It's just going to advance the runner to third, but a pitcher that's 3-0 with a very low ERA. Looking at runners on the corners for Prince Fielder. A 222 average, a couple home runs, and 4 RBI. Nobody gone already. I think he traded 2 outs for 1 run. And he almost kind of gave it to you. It's foul. Why did it take so long? He watched that until it stopped. Okay, it's foul. The righty. Oh, he's going to get Prince Fielder to pop out to the third base foul side. Oh my goodness. Right on the warning track for Hank Blaylock. 353 average, home run, and a couple of RBI. Now a ground ball double play ends your inning and crushes the threat. After 2 pretty solid hits. That is a bold curveball. It misses low. Ball 1. Righty readies. He's going to hit this out to right. It's going to have a good opportunity to get in. Right fielder throws, but is cut off and doesn't even try to relay it to the catcher. So, 1 out, or sac fly, gives the Yankees their first run of the game. Coming in the top of the first. I'm going to guess the Yankees won the last game that we watched. Because we watched them play each other. When did they played? Let's see. Yankees, Blue Jays. I think they played day 4 or day 5. And that was one of them where it was a really long video. It was day 9, April 9th, as this one's lined out to center. I'll hold it second. And that was a weird one because the Yankees were up 1-0 before they threw the ball into the camera well. Otherwise, the Yankees have really dominated the games that we have watched in this series. That one's going to be hit up the middle to center again, rounding third. Center fielder throws in. It's cut off by the pitcher. That time he throws it. Everything was going to be late regardless. So 2-0 Yankees here in the top of the first. The second run coming with 2 outs. Two on, 2 out. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Not sure about that call, but I'm not the digital umpire from 15 years ago. That one sails high and misses for a ball. That's in for a nice strike right there. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Pretty easy take there. Started outside and just kind of kept going that way. 2-2. Swung on and missed, so that will retire the side and end the threat, but not before New York scores 2. 2 runs on 4 hits. The Invisible Man leads off for Boston. That Invisible Man is, I believe his first name is Justin. No, Christian. Darn it. I gotta stop guessing names. I'm already bad enough at pronouncing them. I don't need to guess them and be wrong as well. Center fielder, Christian Liu. Followed by Justin Smoke, first baseman Justin Smoke. The right fielder, Jason Hayward. Left fielder Carlos Lee. Third baseman Adrian Beltre. Designated hitter Jorge Cantu. Blake DeWitt is at second. Benji Molina behind the dish. And Jason Bartlett is your shortstop. That's your Boston Red Sox lineup. Zach Miner, a 10.38 ERA in 2 games, 0-1 record, 4.1 innings, 9.5-2. Hits, walks, strikeouts. I would personally list it as hits, strikeouts, walks, but mainly because that's alphabetical and that makes sense. Well, it's going to be an interesting top 3. It's a couple of switch hitters and then the lefty for Boston. Seems like a good opportunity for them to get some rhythm going, see if they can get a runner or 2 on. Get one of these strike back innings going. Starts with a 1-0 pitch. And that one's at the top of the zone for strike 1. 1-1. The righty, baits the swing and gets the weak contact out to shortstop as he drifts back into left fielder. Out number 1. Justin Smoke looking good with a .333 average. Couple of homers, 7 RBI, and a stolen base. The righty winds. He fires and gets that bottom part of the zone. Strike 1. The 0-1 is swung on and hit foul to make it 0-2. Oh man, keep going. I love the organ. Bum, 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 bum. That one misses outside. Good eye from Smoke. Both teams wearing jerseys with no names on the back of them. My mom is not a fan of that. Swung on and missed. That'll set him down on strikes. Be interesting to see if we get the... No, we're not going to get it. I like the pitch tracker just to kind of see where that pitch ended up. Swing timing and stuff like that I think is fun to have. So the righties worked through the first 2 left-handed or lefty batters. And he's going to work through the third as that is rolled lazily up to second base. Got him to roll over the top of it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Boston. New York is going to send up the man's name I can't pronounce, Soto and Phillips, as they're going to flip that lineup in this inning. What is it? Oh, okay. I was actually kind of close. Pasednik. Okay. It's not the worst. Could probably be better, but it's not terrible. That pitch stays outside for ball 1. It is 1-0 to the leadoff hitter in the top half of inning number 2. Fouls that one away. 1-1. That's in for a strike. Nice pitch. Kind of fooled him a little bit with where it was going to go, and he's ahead in the count. 1-2. That's hit. Third baseman. He spins and fires. One of the more interesting animations where it just seems like the velocity of the ball just takes them all the way around. Beltre over at third, which I only recognize because of the number. 29. Giovanni Soto, 1 home run, 3 RBI, and a good looking average, as he is your 9-hole hitter. Righty nods in approval. That is hit well out to left field. That'll be an easy single. And Brandon Phillips is already 1 for 1 with a double, and he scored, making that .419 average look extra good. Has a runner on the base paths. I don't think he'd be able to get all the way around. I mean, unless he tucks it into that corner all the way out there in like that right center area. But I think more than likely, if he's able to drive it, it would run first to third. Fouls that one off. Good pitch. Looked really, really good coming in and then just dropped. Pitcher readies the 1-1. They put a runner in motion. That's going to work. He'll hit second and run to third. Head first slide is in time. And that'll bring up Marlon Byrd. He's 1 for 1 with a single. So Phillips is an excellent setup man. He had the double to get himself into scoring position. And then he effectively is able to get the hit and run to get the runner to third, which means that if he could just get a little air under it, sacrifice fly. Which might be what exactly what it is. They're going to try and send him from third. The right fielder throws it in. It's to the catcher. He's late. They're going to go to second. He is safe. It's 3-0 Yankees, and Phillips doing wonders for this team. An excellent batting average and a terrific setup guy. Whether he's batting number 1 in the lineup, leading off the inning. That one's fouled away by fielder. Or in that case, he was batting third. Two gone for fielder, who takes a look at a ball. Man, this Boston pitcher looked great. Those stats and numbers were fantastic, but the Yankees are seeing him well. They're able to hold the Yankees to 1, but that's still an extra run that they have to come up with. It's 3-0, and they don't have any hits. Lee, Beltre, and Cantu coming up in the bottom half, the home half. Carlos Lee steps in and takes a big hack at a strike. That was a really nice pitch. It looked like it was going to be a strike in the high part of the zone. Just under it. That fastball that has good ride through the zone. Looks real tasty. That's a little bit more the pitching style that we're kind of used to. Fastball up high. Off-speed pitch down low. More north-south than east-west. Good take on the 0-2 count. That makes it 1-2. That's going to make it 2-2 as that one stays outside. Swung on and missed again. We went back to that fastball that just has good zip through the zone. 95. The swing timing a little early on that one. Couldn't even get a piece of it. It's a nice location. Probably catches a little bit more of the plate than he wants to, but it doesn't matter when you're able to get it by the bat. That is a nice hit up the middle. No one's able to get to it, and Beltre will put himself on first. Try to get things rolling here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second. You don't need it all necessarily. You need a run, maybe 2. And you need your pitching staff to be able to shut them down in the top of the 3rd to give yourselves a chance to tie it up, send it to extras, or maybe get a walk-off. There is one away. Pitcher winds, fires, and that one is fouled back. Makes it 1-1. That one fouled off as well.
That's a foul ball.
Charge! Always a little early. That one is a well-timed swing, and that gets out to center. He is going to go first to 3rd. Fires in and safe. Nice running by Beltre to put himself into scoring position. And good aggressive base running as well. Blake DeWitt. A bunch of different ways you can score the run. That's super helpful. So good job by Beltre to get all the way to 3rd. And a good take on pitch number 1 as that one went high. He's liked the top of the zone. I think in an 0-0 count, you can, if it sails, it's ball 1. If he gets the top of it, you could probably just let him have it. That one stays outside. 2-0. That one's fouled away. Went with the off-speed pitch. Gets the swing. Makes it 2-1. That one is going to be popped out to right field. Is it deep enough to score Beltre? Let's find out. Takes a running start at it. Fires in. That is a strong throw. He's up the line. He's safe. It's good strength. The timing was there, but it's maybe just a little short. So the Red Sox, they get a strike back run. And did the runner go up to 2nd, or did they stay at 1st? The runner stayed at 1st. That pitch misses positively, as that is a strike. Swung on and missed. It's a nice pitch on the outside. Oh, 2. That one's foul away. Jammed him with that pitch. Nice location. That one misses low. Ball 2. 2-2. 2 outs. You have a runner on first. Yankees 3, Red Sox 1. That one sails high on him. That fills up the count. So here comes a payoff pitch. Probably put the runner in motion. Oh, it's 2-2. Except for all of that, except for it's just 2-2. Now it's 3-2, and we can copy what I said a moment ago and paste it right here. Here comes the payoff pitch. It's fouled away. Payoff pitch number 2. He's going to roll that up the first baseline foul. Payoff pitch number 3. Foul again up the first base line. Three straight foul balls. Is he in an auto swing mode? Pitch number 4 is caught. Oh, it's a nice play by the shortstop. Boston scores 1 on 2 hits. Now they're going to look for a shutdown inning from this pitching staff. They gave up 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Blaylock, Bay, and Tejada coming to the plate for the Yankees. Sac fly for Blaylock the first time up. Here comes pitch number 1 to the lefty. It's in for a strike. That's a very tasty location for a hitter. Righty fires. That one's hit past the shortstop. I mean, that's the difference right there. The Yankee shortstop was able to make the play. The Red Sox shortstop was not able to make the play. And it was a good at-bat by the Red Sox. They did a great job to get they got the count full. They fouled off a couple pitches, put one in play, and it's just a better defensive play. The Red Sox can't repay their offense. I actually kind of thought that ball was going to get past the Yankee because we've seen... Oh, that one is leapt at, but not able to be grabbed. They are going to go for the double, see if they cut it off. They do. So we runners at second and third. It's a couple missed opportunities for the Red Sox defensively in this one. I think the second play a lot, not maybe a lot, but tougher than the first. I mean, going back to the Yankees play at the end of the bottom of the second, we see them overrun and dive over the ball in those positions at times. They're going to hold the runner at third, play the defense in and pick up 1 out. Runner at third just had absolutely nowhere to go. Made sure he went back. Going to play that tight defense again. For Cody Ross. Thought about swinging. I did not think he went. Pitcher winds. That one stays up high for a ball. Two and 0. Winds and fires. Held back again. So it's now 3-0. I don't think the walk is the worst thing in the world here. To force out anywhere. You can play double field or double play depth. That's a strike at the top of the zone. It just starts to become a problem when you're only getting 1 out at a time. Here's the count, 3-1. Computer loves swinging. That's what they do, and it's foul. So that'll fill up the count. And we have a payoff pitch with 2 runners in scoring position. Yankees with a great opportunity to pull away. Here is foul again. Righty, readies, fires. That is a walk. And that'll put a runner on first. So, walks the bases loaded. Scott Posednik. He steps in. Ooh, Posednik takes a ball low. That is into left field. It'll score one. They are going to hold him at third. Okay. If you just cannot get the ounce, it's catcher set up in the other batter's box. It drifts over. Catches too much plate. Now you're bringing up Giovanni Soto, who's 1 for 1 with a single. The righty fires and misses. That's ball 1. Now the double plays in this game are not automatic, because that's the hard slide animation where the runner kind of, or the hard slide animation does tend to throw off the relay timing at second. That is fair up the third base line. It's going to kick off that little part of the stadium that sticks out. Throw is in from left and safe at the plate. So 2 runs score, and they're going to bring in a new... Oh, no, that's a pitch. 10 hits in 2.1 innings, 6 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And that'll do it for him. They'll bring in a righty reliever, Jeff Fulcino. Okay, something about that sounded wrong. 1-0 in 2 games. 3.1 innings pitched with no ERA, and that's going to bring in Brandon Phillips. What have we said about him today? He's 2 for 2. He is a setup man. He set himself up for success. He sets his teammates up for success. And he has an opportunity to really rip this game open. Thought about going. Yeah, that one looked like he went. That was the most dramatic of the swings that we've seen. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. So it's 0-2. 2 on, 1 out. I hope I did not commentators curse him. Fouls that one off. Up the first base line. Here comes the 0-2, stays high. Almost dropped in for a strike, but didn't. One and 2, gets that one off the end of the bat foul. So staying alive here against the arm from the bullpen. That one is going to be an out. So maybe a little too much praise. I mean, he's not going to be perfect. He doesn't have a 1,000 batting average. But he has been great in this one on a 2 for 3 day now. It's definitely one of those missed opportunities. But it is 6-1, so I don't think people really care all that much. That one off the end of the bat, and that is foul. Pitcher readies and fires. Whew, that was an ugly swing. Jams him inside, and that is strike 1. 0-2. Damn it, strike 2. I took a stab at it, and I was wrong. Gets a hold of this one, but it's going to be a routine flyout. And that will do it. So, the Yankees cannot stop scoring. They put up 3 in the third. 6-1 is your score. Bartlett, Lou, and Smoke coming up for the Red Sox. They're going to need a lot. They have a lot of work to do in this bottom of the third if they want to keep this game rolling. The righty enters his third inning of work. Fires that one high and outside. Ball one. That's in for a strike. Shakes off his catcher. He gets ready. Fires. That one is hit well out toward the green monster. It's going to be down off the base of the wall. He's going to have to hustle into second. It's a slide. And he's in safely. That was a quick out. High exit velocity. We have no idea what it is because this game doesn't have that. StatCast era is what, 2016-ish? That pitch is in. Strike at the bottom part of the zone. A leadoff double is big for the Red Sox. Down by 5 in the bottom of the third. That's outside. That one sails high. So it is the second time through the lineup for the Red Sox, starting here with Lou. Here comes the 2-1. That is foul up the first base line. Makes it 2-2. Ooh, a big old swing from Christian Lou on a pitch outside of the zone. Sets him down on strikes. And the leadoff double is stuck at second. So not even a productive out. That'll bring in Justin Smoke. 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. The righty winds and fires inside. Missed the elbow and kind of that funky delayed get back out of the zone. Brushes him off the plate. That is hit well but foul into the second deck. One and one, one out, one on. Down by 5. Smoke does a good job to take that pitch outside for a ball. Maybe took a little note mentally after what happened with Lou. The righty is ready. And that is hit out to left. The runner on second has to wait because it's not deep enough. Doesn't have an opportunity to advance, so the leadoff double stuck there yet again. Jason Hayward 0 for 1 today. That is hit out to right field, right center. It is going, it is going, it is caught at the wall! Oh, a leaping grab by the bullpen as we get a replay of that catch. That ends the game, and the Yankees win this one 6-1. Pretty fantastic play to end it. That's a very video game play, though, because it's just a regular animation into the wall. But the Yankees and Zach Miner, your player of the game, which is a little surprising. I would have picked Reynolds. What was his name? We'll find it here. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts on the day. He improves to 1-1. Kevin Millwood falls to 2-2. And let's take a look at the box score. Phillips. That was the name I was looking for, was Phillips. He was 2 for 3. He had a run. He didn't drive anybody in, though. But he set up his teammate, because he set up Bird. It's the stats that don't show up on the sheet, you know what I mean? And that completes a sweep for the New York Yankees, who batted .439 compared to .161. I mean, just an abysmal series. Did we see the only run Boston scored in this series today? They had 1 RBI. The Yankees had 12. 9 innings pitched, 1 ERA. So, view today's games. Yankees 5, Red Sox 0. Yankees 1, Red Sox 0. Okay, gross. What a disgusting series. Thank God we watched it twice. Well, I guess if you're a Yankees fan, you're probably happy about it. If you're a Red Sox fan, sorry. Thanks for watching, but I apologize. But the Yankees are the much higher rated team in this fantasy draft situation. As we saw, kind of just a lot of low average. Like, they're like 26th or 30th. And you're like, oh, God. Pitching was pretty good. All right, so we will complete the save and head back, because I almost simmed to date, which would have ruined everything. What do we had? We had the Reds defeat the Cardinals 1-0, and the Orioles defeat the Rays 2-0. So that would mean that the Blue Jays, who are playing the Athletics 7-8, 2 8-win teams, 2 7-win teams. That AL East is wild. Around the league standings. Oh, we get a playoff picture. Hell yeah. Teams 1 and 5 separated by a game and a half. Or playoff brackets. Oh, that probably doesn't work until later. All right, schedule. View today's games. We are heading to Texas. Angels, Rangers. As I hit the wrong button. Oh, didn't get a good look at the stats for them, but that's okay. What are we doing here? Oh, edit this. We'll make sure we fix the thumbnail. Game 3 of our quadruple header. See if I can catch kind of where they are as we load here. Schedule. View today's games. I'm going to goof up. Welcome to Texas. And there it is. Okay, so one of them, let me see. I believe it's going to be Texas. Have the 29th 29th in pitching. Interesting. But they're 9th overall because their batting is really solid. Whereas it's kind of the flip for the Angels. The Angels have the 9th batting and the 4th pitching, but the 26th in defense, but they're 17th overall. It's very weird how how this game kind of weights stuff, it seems, or the differences in the pitching are so minimal that like it doesn't take a lot to be number 1 versus number 29. Cameron Maben, as I smack my hand on my desk yet again, your designated hitter going to lead things off. Casey McGee is at third base. Adrian Gonzalez over at first. John Buck, the catcher. Ben Zobrist in right field. Ryan Roberts at second. Ryan Ludwig at left. Felipe Lopez at short. Peter Bourgeois in center. A lot of righties in the lineup. A couple switch hitters. The Adrian Gonzalez, the true lefty in this lineup. David Price is a lefty who's 2-1 in 3 starts, a 3.12 ERA, 8.2 innings pitched, 11-110 hits, walks, strikeouts. So not walking a lot, striking him out, but giving up some hits. We'll see how that goes for this game as we check out the Texas Rangers defensive lineup and admire Mike Napoleon Dynamite. Cameron Maben leading things off here to start up game number 3 facing David Price, the lefty. That stays outside, ball 1. That misses low and gets all the way to the backstop. Doesn't matter because there's nobody on, but it is a 2-0 count. A rarity from Price, who's only walked 1 batter so far this season. That's 3-0 inside. Are we going to see his season total of walks matched in the first batter? Hands off controller, 3-0. The lefty fires that one in for a strike, 3-1. So this switches to the batter's favorite count. Price winds, fires. That one is rolled over. Second baseman picks it and fires to first. So 3 straight balls and a couple of pitches that are a little more hittable. I mean, you go from a 3-0 count where it's a hands-off controller, let it go, to a 3-1 where it's like we are hitting the X button. Price fires that in for strike 1, so gets ahead of this batter. That'll be hit. Diving first baseman can't get a hold of it. And Texas is a stadium with another ugly outfield. Great. Good to know. Adrian Gonzalez. 217 average. Facing a lefty from Texas. Arlington? They're playing Arlington? Is that what I'm trying to think of? Oh, we can't get it cleanly. Should have been a double play. Instead, it's just the 1 out at first. I mean, Price got exactly what he was looking for. A grounder right to the defender. But that's going to keep things alive for the Angels here in the top half of the inning. Price fires that one outside. Ball 1. So the Angels with a runner in scoring position. Price, oh my goodness, gets him to roll over the lefty to first for out number 3. That's a bad way for the Angels to end it. They pick up a hit, but strand a runner at second. No score through half of an inning. Matt Kemp, center fielder, leads off, followed by shortstop Ian Desmond. Jay Bruce out in right, Dan Ugla at second. Mike Napoleon Dynamite, the catcher. Milton Bradley in left. Adam LaRoche at first. Brennan Bosch, designated hitter. And Ian Stewart at third base. So it's righty heavy through Napoleon Dynamite himself. And then the switch hitter, Milton Bradley. And then 3 lefties. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes for the starting pitcher. A lefty, Cliff Lee. 1-2 with a 10.57 ERA in 3 games. 7.2 innings. 8.38 walks, or hits, walks, strikeouts. So if you're watching this, you're probably... It feels a little bit more like those first 6 batters need to do the damage, and the final 3 need to just try and stay alive. 3 straight lefties at the bottom of the lineup is... Maybe you try to spread them out a little bit. That pitch sails high, ball 1. So neither pitcher particularly sharp with that first pitch. Both were thrown for ball 1. The lefty winds. That one is in and foul. Maybe lucky to not give up a leadoff home run. Okay, instead he'll give up a leadoff single as that is cracked out to left field. Ian Desmond batting .222. That pitch is low. The 1-0. Fired a little outside. Good job by the catcher. Maybe a pitch out. I feel like the pitch out usually is more of a fastball, not that looked more like a curve. Gets the inside part of the zone. And that is a strike. That one's fouled away. Lefty. Right to third base. He'll flip it over to second. The timing somewhat affected, but not affected enough to not turn two. You can see it here as we take a look at the replay. He wants to get into it, and it just takes an extra second as he slides in. So that quickly erases that leadoff hit. Looks like I'm playing out there. That's a swing and a miss. Lefty fires that one low. Ball one. One and one, two away. That's outside. 2-1. This lefty does not have a good average, batting under 100. That's a big swing on a pitch that just looked like it just dropped out of the zone. That's inside for ball three, so it should be a full count there. Lefty's going to be setting off for a payoff pitch here with 2 outs. That one fouled away. Stays alive, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch number 2. That one's rolled over. Good job to stay alive here. Payoff pitch number 3 is swung on and missed, and that'll set down the Texas Rangers. They are able to pick up a hit, but it's erased with a double play. Zobrist, Roberts, and Ludwig coming up for the Angels, top half of inning number 2. Zobrist, 368 average, couple of home runs, 7 RBI. Getting things going. Well, this kind of starts here. Yeah, it's about the results I expected. I was kind of curious about this Oregon-Minnesota game. It's 21-6 going into halftime, which feels like about where that would be. $20-19 Clemson over Louisville. Gross. Come on, Louisville. It looks like Clemson just scored, so. That pitch sails high. Price readies and fires, and that's a strike on the inside part. On the inside. I probably don't need to say part of the zone, just inside. 3-1. That is hit well, out to left, but does not have the distance. And that'll be an out. So Milton Bradley himself, as Ryan Roberts steps in, 353 average, just has the 1 RBI. No home runs, no stolen bases. He'll come in to face David Price with just 1 out. That's in for a strike, low outside corner there. Wow, 2 nice locations from David Price. Right at the bottom of the zone, it's probably just a good thing to take those pitches. Best case scenario, it's a ball. Worst case scenario, it's a strike. You're not going to do a whole lot with it. You're probably going to roll over it. And this one, you're going to try and loop into center, but the center fielder is there for out number 2. But Price, with those first 2 pitches in great locations, forces the swing on the 3rd pitch. Hoping for something better, but just can't come up with it. Ludwig, 1 home run on the season. Not a great looking batting average, but that's okay. He steps in to face the lefty with 2 away. That will be rolled over and picked up by the second baseman, who fires to first for the out. So that'll do it for the Angels here in the top of the second. Ugla, Napoleon Dynamite, and Bradley coming to the dish for the Texas Rangers. Ugla looking pretty good. 6 RBI on the season, 364 average. Does have a home run. That pitch missed somehow. Looked pretty good to us. Funky angle and all. 1-0. That one misses low. 2-0. Swung on and missed. Big hack at the 2-0 fastball. That's inside. 3-1. I mean, it's a great eye by the Rangers. He swung his biggest and hardest at a pitch that was in the zone. Otherwise, everything's been takes on the balls. 3-1. See how aggressive he is? Pretty aggressive there, and that was way out in front. He's gone with his biggest hacks. Count is full. Here's the payoff. And works a walk. Okay. That one stayed outside. It was a couple of pitches on that part of the plate. Ooh, that was a strike. That was strike 3. My goodness. I was going to say that there were a couple of pitches on that outside portion. Looked a little What? What? Mike Napoli? I'm saying his name wrong. Well, I'm giving him Napoleon Dynamite, so. That's the highest compliment I can give. The greatest film of all time. Napoli. I guess that makes sense. Napoleon Dynamite. You could still work. We can work with it. We can pronounce his name correctly and give him a reference. That's fine. That is hit out to left. Not going to be able to do anything with it, so he will trot back to first base. It'll be 1 out and 1 on as that Ludwig makes the play out and left. That'll bring up Milton Bradley, a 176 average, but 3 home runs. Said that weird and it threw me off. That is in for strike number 1. Oh and 1. That one's foul up the first base line. Oh and 2. That pitch misses low. Good eye from Bradley. That pitch makes it 1 and 2. That's hit and going to be an out. A diving play in left field. Nicely done. Takes away a hit. Adam LaRoche. Lefty fires a strike in, bottom part of the zone. Ooh, how's that Zags game going? Foul up the third base line. And gets him to swing and miss on a pitch that was probably high and out of the zone. But it is a strikeout. They work a walk but can't do anything with it. A nice play out in left. Takes away a hit. And obviously that doesn't advance the runner. Well, they can start for another 15 minutes. Gonzaga's playing in Arizona for a couple of undefeated teams here early. I think it's probably, well, no, because they played, Crichton was a ranked team and Oklahoma's not bad by any stretch. But that is hit up the third baseline, foul. So we're going top 3, locked in a pitching duel. A couple of lefties, each only giving up 1 hit. That one is hit to the second baseman. Clean scoop over to first for the out. And he has no average. Oh, it's Borges. It's literally, okay. The one time I try to, adjust and not butcher it Americanly, it's butchered Americanly. All right, cool. Borges is going to hit that, and the jump, was mistimed. I think he probably has that, but jumped a little early as we see the replay of the hit. I mean, it was good contact, solid contact into left, but Cameron Maben 0 for 1 on the day. So 1 on and 1 out. Maben takes a ball upstairs. That strike is in. That pitch is in. Strike one. One and one. One on with one out. That one misses low. So 2 and 1. Checks on the runner at first and back in safely. So still no pickoffs this season. Here comes the 2-1. It's inside for ball 3. They put the runner in motion on the 3-1. It misses, and it's a walk issued by Price, a rarity this season. Only had one coming into this game. And Casey McGee stepping in. 1 out, a runner in scoring position. We're in the top of the 3rd, so this would be a huge run if they could get it. Because no one's, I mean, it's 1 hit for each team. I guess Los Angeles would now have 2. But it has been slow going for both offenses today. That pitch misses as well. So David Price looks like he's just a little off. 2-0 count. How aggressive do you want your batter to be? Ooh, that's pretty aggressive. A little early on it and pulls it foul. That makes it 2-1, or 2-1. The lefty winds, fires that one low, 3-1. Computer loves that count, and that is a good reason why. Tries to jam him a little bit, but able to get the bat to the ball. He will fire it in. It's going to go to the pitcher, but the run scores and advances a runner from first to third. So, a 1-out RBI single for the Angels. Give them a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd for Adrian Gonzalez, batting .208 on the season. Now, walk is killer because it advanced the runner to second. And that is going to be hit up the middle. That'll score another run as the shortstop dives over the ball. Going first to third. The center fielder gets him. It's a nice throw in. I like the aggression in the base running, though. Trying to put that 3rd run 90 feet from the plate. It's just a better throw than it is. It wasn't deep enough. John Buck is 0 for 1 today. 1 on, 2 outs, but a run did score on that last play, so it is 2-0 Los Angeles. We're actually getting both Los Angeles teams back-to-back today. Big swing and a miss on a pitch that was outside and going to be a ball. That one blocked well by the catcher. Everything about that feels delayed. The catcher popped up with the ball, and the guy at first was like, I should jump back. Okay, I'll go now. That pitch is outside. Two and one. That's going to be past that diving third baseman. They'll advance the runner just a second. Going station to station here. Good job there. I don't even know if that would have scored a run, so I don't know. It's probably bases loaded with one out. But maybe you try to push it. That flared out to left, but foul. That stays outside. That one misses low and inside. So, 3-1, I believe the count here. Could be 2-1. Either way, Price has thrown a lot of balls. It is a 2-1 count. 2 on, 2 out, 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. That one's in for a strike. Pretty well located. Maybe like to see a bit of a swing at that. Here comes the 2-2. That is cracked up the third baseline, but foul. Put a good swing on that one, but couldn't keep it fair. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Really nice pitch from David Price there. Pulled the string on it. And again, one of those pitches that looks really good and falls off the table. The batter swings and set down on strikes. LA scores 2 in the top of the third. Strains a couple of runners and has a funky out at third base. So Texas has a little work to do here in the bottom half. This is where it gets to that funky spot in the lineup. It's 3 straight lefties. It was the final out of inning number 2. And it's the first 2 batters of inning number 3. See if they can just survive, maybe work a walk. Put themselves on base somehow. But it was a funk in the lineup that you noted at the beginning of the game where you're like, oh, that seems like a problem. Then you see that it's a lefty pitcher and you go, oh, that is a problem. But the pitcher doing a good job bailing the Rangers out for their puzzling, I guess you could say, their puzzling decision, lineup decision, that is. 3-0. And that's a 4-pitch walk. It's a lefty-lefty matchup, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Nothing was close. 333 average for Stewart. That one's rolled over, foul. Now, Texas has put a runner on. It was via a hit earlier in this game, and then they did hit into the double play, erasing that runner pretty quickly. That's fouled off. That one misses low. 1-2. Lefty winds and fires. That one misses. And if you're the Angels, you got to be scratching your head here. It's 2-2. Nobody out, 1 on. I did think it was 3-1, so I was a little more concerned, but that's a foul ball. Rolls over that one. That's a foul ball as well. That's foul as well. Keeping this 2-strike count alive. 2-2. That is a really bad pitch at a 2-2 count. It'll advance the runner to second. I like the idea. We saw how well it worked at the end of that top of the third, where he was able to get it up and drop it off that table. That one stayed up there. Lucky that it was just a single. So to the two lefties, he gives up a hit and a walk. Or I guess a walk and a hit in the correct order. And now it's one big swing can end this game for the Texas Rangers. That's going to be a strike at the bottom of the zone. However, obviously a good opportunity to work himself out of a problem here. If he can get a strikeout or a double play, and start to really look at pulling off a victory here, as that one is just a frame rate crushing foul ball. Here's the 1-2. It's a cold strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. He gets it at the knees. My goodness. All right, the lefty with a real opportunity here. Tries to go back to that low part of the zone, misses. And it's 1-0. That's going to be popped into foul territory. The catcher has a beat on it, makes the play, and it is out number 2. So it's the exact opposite of what you would think, right? Really struggled with the right. You would think easy lefties, struggles with the righties. No, it's been the opposite. A walk and a hit to the lefties, 2 outs to the righties. It'll bring up a lefty who takes a look at strike number 1. Oh and 1. 2 away. The bottom of the third inning here in our third game of the day. The ball misses inside, evens things up at 1. Fouls that one away. Texas just like that down to their final strike. Fouls it off to stay alive. And gets him to swing and miss, so he issues a walk, he gives up a hit, and then it's 3 straight outs. The Angels pick up a 2-0 victory on the road over the Texas Rangers. I think that puts them in second place in the American League West. Seattle Mariners, number 1, baby. And the Oakland Athletics down in 4th. And mercifully, the Houston Astros aren't a problem because this is 2011. So that will do it from Texas. We're going to head out to Los Angeles to check out the Dodgers and the Rockies. After we wrap this one up, 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts for Cliff Lee, your player of the game. He improves to 2-2. David Price falls to 2-2. And that does it. Angels sweep the Rangers. And again, like, significant differences in the average. The at-bats weren't as different as you might think. 12 hits to 4, 1 home run to none, 6 RBI to none, which means Texas didn't score a single run in 3 straight games. A 9 innings pitched with a 0 ERA. So let's see if we can find it. It's Angels 2-0. Angels 3-0. And Angels 1-0. Wow. So, like, not great for both the Red Sox and the Rangers. just getting absolutely blanked. We are going to head to Los Angeles. Rockies taking on the Dodgers. I hope I did that correctly. I'm going to double check. Oh, okay. Okay. I was worried that I was on the wrong day. Rockies Dodgers. That'll be game number 4 for you. And we did take a quick peek at that next day on accident. It looks like we're only going to have 3 games on Sunday. So that's interesting. I think there are going to be some funky days in the schedule. What am I trying to do? I need to fix the thumbnail, please. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. If you are, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps the channel. People love helping people for free. But welcome on into Los Angeles. Rockies are 10-6. The Dodgers, they're not so nice 6-9. But welcome to Dodger Stadium, everybody. Colorado Rockies on top of the NL West. The Dodgers and the Giants, the bottom 2, and then the Diamondbacks and the Mariners 10-4, which is very nice. We saw them play the Rangers and pick up an extra inning win. That was fun. Shane Victorino in center field for the Colorado Rockies leads off. Steven Drew at shortstop, Torrey Hunter in right, Carlos Pena at first, Mark Reynolds at third, John Jaso, catcher, Juan Riviera in left field, Bill Hall, second baseman, Michael Saunders, the DH, as this Rockies lineup is kind of funky with the way it's left, right, left, right, left. That was something we struggled with, especially in the playoffs, having all righty pitchers. John Maine, 2-1, 4.0 ERA, 3 games of 9 innings pitched, 13-4-7. The day the Rockies lead the NL West is the day hell freezes over. Yeah. When was the last time? Let's play a fun game. When was the last time the Colorado Rockies led the NL West? Like 2007? I don't even know that I believe that they led the NL West when they went to the World Series. When was the last time When was the last time my wife was happy with me? What? This is hit out towards center. Center fielder has a good beat on it. And out number 1. Colorado Rockies. We're good. Rockis led the NL West. I'm going to go 2007. I'm not looking. It's not anytime recent, I don't think. Ooh, was it before or after this game came out? I'm going to go before. Okay. Oh, not interested. Go bleep yourself. History of the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies were 12-40 against the NL West in 2025. That's pretty exciting. 2 quick outs for the Rockies here in Los Angeles. Oh, man, because we're just not getting... When was the last time they won the NL West? They've never won the NL West. People need to Google... the last time women were happy with them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that's what all ChatGPT is for. It's just to talk with people. I did not think that would be such a difficult question for the internet to answer. They've never won the NL West, but they did go to the World Series in 2007. Did they lead the NL West at any point during 2007? How would you even figure that out? That's popped out towards center. So what was... Okay, so then they were a wild card. 2007 Colorado Rockies. Oh, it's our GOAT. It's Juan Pierre, our man. The designated hitter leading off for the Dodgers. Carlos Beltran in center fielder. Or in center field, excuse me. Left fielder Ryan Braun. First baseman Adam Dunn. Right fielder Michael Stanton. Third baseman Wilson Bettibit. Second baseman Gordon Beckham. Paul Janish at shortstop and Ryan Dumit, excuse me, at behind the dish catcher. 2007 Colorado Rockies season. They finished a half game back. What? Oh, so they had to play 161. They had to play the Padres. They never did lead even for one day. They won 22 games in the last month to make the wild card even. Have the Colorado Rockies ever led the NL West? Have the Colorado ever led the NL West? They've never won the NL West. I don't care about that. Oh, God. The Colorado Rockies have a 940 and a 1,173 record against the NL West all time. Nice. Oh, that is popped to the third baseman, and that is an out. The Colorado Rockies' 1993 inaugural season saw the team finish 37 games behind. Nice. And still somehow better than last season. So you'd have to go in and look at every single season since 1993? Well, I guess since 2025, and then work backwards from there. You have to look at every single game. Maybe on day one, if they won the opener, even if it didn't last long. That's true. That's a good point. They led by half a game on April 1st, 2007 or whatever. Well, not that year, because they swung on and missed. It's a World Series that people don't probably either remember or think is very good. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. PurpleRow.com. Are you helping me out here? Oh, they do. They did it. Oh, Purple Row, you're the best. Biggest lead. They had 117 days in first place in 1995. Where's the rest of this chart? NL West standings, Colorado 10-2. Updated 4/14/2011. I mean, the Rockies are in first place. Whoa. So the last time they led was 2011. It was this year. That's why they're in the lead now. They were a good franchise. In 6 of the franchise's 19 seasons, Rockies got cooked is why. Was it a fun World Series? Oh, is that because that was, yeah, it was Red Sox, Rockies, and it was just, I mean, hey, look, Colorado's at least been to the World Series, which is not something I could say for the Seattle Mariners. So even if Seattle made it to the World Series and got absolutely spanked, you just go, hey, look, they're here, It's me wearing a World Series jersey. Just getting there's the prize for some fan bases. Prior to 2011, Colorado had led the NL West by 2 games in just 2 seasons, 1995 and 1997. The last time the Rockies led the NL West by 4 games was in 1995, July 29th. Okay, so this is actually... They were 10-2, and the San Francisco Giants were 6-6. So they would have held on to it for at least a little bit. Even if San Francisco goes 4-0, and then Colorado goes 0-4, they would have held it till at least the 18th or 19th of April 2011. Why the NL West is the Rockies' division to win. Okay, we'll stick with 2011 as our answer, because I think that's a fairly realistic number, honestly. That one is out. So we spent the entire first inning, which didn't, admittedly have anything going on. Oh, did I even read the Dodgers starting lineup? No, I did. We're good. Carlos Pena, 267 average. No home run, 1 RBI. So here's what we need. We need the Colorado Rockies to go, let's say, 2-0 in their first 2 games. Who do they play in 2026? Colorado Rockies 2026 schedule. That is a strike. Marlins won 2 World Series. They came in at the same time as the Rockies. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so here's an image. They play... do they really play the Phillies? No. Spring training, no. That's not helpful. They start with the Marlins in Miami. So, we need the Colorado Rockies to win their first game and every other team in the NL West to lose at least once on that opening day. That beautiful opening day. We know the Yankees lead off against the what? The Giants face the Yankees. They get that opening day game. And then Los Angeles Dodgers schedule for 2026. And then we'll go to March, and we'll scroll down. Okay, they play Arizona at home. And then it would be the Padres. Okay, so we can't actually have that. Crap. San Diego Padres, 2026 schedule. Swung on and missed. They play Detroit. Okay. Colorado has to go 2-0. The Dodgers need to split the first 2 games with the Diamondbacks. The Giants need to split the first 2 games against the Yankees. And then the Padres, all they have to do is just lose 2 to the Tigers. And then we get a Colorado Rockies lead in the NL West, as brief as it will be at the beginning of the season. Come on. Then we'll get the stat of the last time that they led. And then we'll come back to this video from November, and we'll have the answer. There we go. We figured it out. We've solved the problem. Because the internet doesn't have the simplest... It's a simple question. When was the last time they had a lead in the NL West? At least 2011. 2 away. No score in this one. That pitch is in for a strike. That's in for a strike. I mean, the Rockies could, depending on the start times for the games, they could have a half-game lead for like 2 hours. That pitch is low for ball. 1-2. Two gone here in the top of the second. A pitcher's duel that we haven't really been watching. Well, I haven't been watching. Hopefully you've been watching. And if you've been watching and enjoying, thanks. I appreciate it. Here comes the 2-2. That is hit well, but foul. Foul ball. Did not land at that second deck because of how long it took the umpire to call. Foul ball. That is hit to the second baseman. He bobbles it, but still has time to fire over to first for out number 3, and that will do it for the top half of the second inning. Dunn, Stanton, and Betterman coming up for the Dodgers here in the home half. Adam Dunn, a .500 average. Feels like the second inning is like the best inning to score as a home team, because then you really put the pressure on that top of the third. That missed low for a ball. Looked pretty good to me, but what do I know? Big swing and a miss on that. That's a nice pitch. Maybe had the batter thinking, oop, is this a mistake? That stays outside for a ball. The lefty winds and fires. It's a swinging strike. Another day of a bunch of left-handed starters. We're looking at that 2-2 count now. Winds and fires. That one sails high. Full count to the leadoff batter here in the bottom half of inning number 2. That one rolled over. Scooped up and fired over to first for out number 1. Shift on in pretty full effect right there against Adam Dunn. Be Michael Stanton. 263 average, 3 home runs, 4 RBI. They'll take a look at the lefty with 1 away. That's in on the outside corner. 4 strike 1. Ooh. I don't know if that was a generous call or absolutely dotted it on the edge. Either way, it's strike 2. Fouls that one away, and it's still 0-2, but stays alive. Gets him to swing and miss at that. Felt like a mistake pitch. Sometimes that gets you. I mean, it's a problem that we have in MLB The Show where you see one of those pitches, it comes in, but there's a little bit of funk on it, and it doesn't quite drop where you want it to, where you're anticipating it will. Those are some of the more frustrating pitches to miss, and that sets him down on strikes. Goes back to the curveball outside and misses for ball 1. The lefty sends that one foul. Well, the righty sends that one foul. The lefty sends the pitch in. The righty sends a foul. That one misses outside. Fouls that one away. I wonder if that is that game 163 in 2007. Oh, that one's fair down the left field line. That's going to get all the way to the wall and rattle around. It's going to be a stand-up double with 2 outs. MLB game 163, a tiebreaker. Oh, a 9-8 game that went to 13 innings? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, controversy. Holiday arrived at the plate before the ball did. The ball bounced away. Holiday had actually touched home plate? Oh, wow. It's controversy. We have to go back to 2007 and simulate if the Padres would have gotten to the World Series. And we could do it on the PS2 and PS3 and with a bunch of different games. Wow. Incredible stuff. So a 1-0 pitch, 2 away and a runner on second. That is going to be popped to the first baseman. And a deflating way to end the bottom of the second. Riviera, Hall, and Saunders coming up. No hits for the Rockies, 1 for the Dodgers. And a tie game where we've learned a lot about Rockies history. Juan Rivera, damn it. I always do that. I put an extra vowel in there. The righty ready. It's a big swing and a miss on that pitch. That is a nice little hit into left field. So a good start for the Rockies here in the top half of the third. A leadoff single and the first hit of the day. Ooh, gets that. Oh, the third baseman with a nice play, but can he get there in time? He can. Safe. I didn't know what to do with my hands there. My brain broke. I forgot which direction I was calling it from. The throw was not in time. Either way, this motion's the same. Michael Saunders. He has a 385 average. See what he can do with 2 on and nobody out. That one stays outside. That misses low. For whatever reason, after pitch number 2, the batter sometimes looks real weird. Big swing on a 2-0 that was in a pretty hittable location. Couldn't keep up with any contact, and it's 2-1. Ooh, nice pitch on the outside. Gets the edge and strike 2. Went back to that similar spot and able to get the swing and foul. Way to foul that one off. Looked like it was in a pretty good position, but Or pretty good spot, I should say. Tries to go back outside, but misses wide for ball 3. Full count. 2 on, nobody out. In a tie game. That one is lined out to left. Finally gets a hold of one and sends it to the wall. They are going to send one. They will bring around the second. He's halfway to home. It's going to be... He was safe? What? Really? I was getting ready to punch out. Oh, he was out. Hold on. Can we take a look at the replay? How was he not caught at the plate? Because so there's run number 1. Here's run number 2. As he's rounding third, the ball is in the air. As he catches it, I called it about here, halfway home. He just gets that right hand in there. Wow. Oh, wow. Cool. Gets it around the cleat there. And safe. I thought they had him dead to rights, but they did not. So 2-run score on the payoff pitch double. This is why the Rockies are atop the NL West. For the first time since question mark. That pitch is inside. That one misses as well. Two and one. The righty winds, fires. That one's foul up the third base line. And that one's foul up the first base line. That one foul as well. Just in a bit of an auto swing mode here. Been there. Here comes yet another 2-2. And he slices that one foul. That 4 straight foul balls. That one stays outside. Great eye there. That's where it can start to get real dicey sometimes. Especially for me, you get into that auto swing mode and you just... jams him inside, gets the pop out to the catcher just in front of home plate. And that is finally out number 1 here for this Dodgers team. Steven Drew is 0 for 1 on the day. Has a runner in scoring position. That one's hit up the third baseline, foul. That one's outside for a ball. That misses low. Another ball. Oof. Good eye here at the plate for Colorado. Looking at a 3-1 count. And a 4-pitch, or not a 4-pitch walk, sorry, ball 4. I forgot there was a strike in there. 5-pitch walk, that last one. Feels like the computer is just so ready to swing at that count, so it's a little surprising when they don't. But Drew gets to first base. 2 on, 1 out for Torrey Hunter with that .385 average. 1 home run, 7 RBI. That's hit right to third. There's 1, there's 2. And that will take care of the inning. Colorado puts 2 on the board. Janish, Dumas, or Dumit. I don't know why I would say Dumas. And our guy, Juan Pierre, coming up for the Dodgers, looking to keep this game going into the 4th and beyond. Or they ended it in the 3rd with a walk-off. That pitch is inside. Pitcher falls behind, 1-0. We're going to see very similar games here for the LA teams. Okay, this one is hit out to left. Does not have nearly the distance, sounded good off the bat, but it's out number 1. Los Angeles Angels were able to walk their first batter, get a hit with the second batter. We'll just abandon that train of thought because I feel like I'm a little lost. Bottom 3. 1 away. That's in for a strike. I guess the Angels walked the first, gave up a hit, and then stranded the 2. Maybe that's where I was going. That is hit out to right. Right fielder chases, reaches out his left arm and makes the catch right on the line between the grass and the warning track. Juan Pierre with a 200 average, 0 for 1 on the day. You'd like to see that number up a little bit. Here comes the 0-0. It's going to be flared over to the third base side, but foul. Swung on and missed. Big hack there for Pierre. Oh-2 as Los Angeles is down to their final strike. That one's fouled away. So it keeps the game alive. Charge! That one is hit out to left. Left fielder has a beat on it, puts it away for out number 3, and the Colorado Rockies pick up a 2-0 victory here in Los Angeles over the Dodgers. Wow. They score 2 in the top of the 3rd. And that concludes our broadcast day. Talking about our player of the game, Madison Bumgarner, who doesn't have a photo, the Ghost Man. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout on the evening. Both pitchers now 2-2 following Bumgarner's win and Maine's loss. No home runs for either side. So, the Colorado Rockies pick up a series win and another just decisive split in the averages. The at-bats, the hits are wildly different. Huh. So just a couple of not 3 of the series were not good. But that is how it goes. we'll save just in case. Just in case we goof it. Always gotta make sure that we back it up. Overwrite this data. Yes, it's our season. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out. I appreciate it on this this Friday evening. As we'll catch up on the last remaining scores, and then I believe on Sunday we'll only have 3 games. I wonder how often that will be a thing. I don't think it's very common, but sometimes it goes. Sim to date. Let's view today's games. We got caught up on all the scores up through that Angels-Rangers games. The Blue Jays, they pick up a 1-0 win. They improve to 8-8, making that AL East real tight. Rockies we saw them win 2-0. The Giants get a 3-2 victory over the Padres. Nope. Yeah. No, we're good. And then the Tigers, they win 2-0 against the Mariners, who fall to 10-5. So the Phillies, your number 1 team. And then who would be worse? Who's the worst team in the Athletics at 6? Some 7s in there. Dodgers have 6. Giants have 6. The Cubs. The Cubs are the worst team. They are 5-10. Yuck. All right. Let's look at that schedule again. Yeah, there are 3 games. All right, so we'll have these 3 games for you on. We have to watch we'll have to watch the Rockies again, but that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is. Hey, a good one against for the Mariners. Mariners Royals, both 10-5. So there you have it. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. We'll see you Sunday. Check out the mini season if you would like to see that. That's tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be a slightly edited video. I got, long story short, I guess, is I ripped 20 packs of MLB The Show 25 cards, put the best players that I could find on a team, and we're playing a mini season, and we have to deal with the online or the competitive timing, which, whew, boy, is that annoying. So that'll go up tomorrow at 6. We'll be back with this Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then you'll get more mini season stuff as Dispatch is done Wednesdays and Saturdays. We are going to abandon the game of the week. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, or click the like button, I guess. Whatever. Click the like button if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's free and helps the channel. Thank you again for watching. Good sports. Go baseball. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thanks again. Goodbye.